Most men don't struggle with women because they're ugly. They struggle with women because they don't understand how attraction works. See, today I'm going to bring you an interview I had with my client from the Ukraine. He works in IT, but he's currently now living in Madrid. So before he came to me, he had to learn the hard way. He was chasing this girl, right? And he was trying to get her to become attracted to him. But all of a sudden, he ended up in the friend zone. And most men out here nowadays, they're chasing women or trying to get women attracted to them. And all of a sudden, they get stuck in the friend zone and they're like, how the hell did I get here? So I told him, listen, I'm going to have to brainwash you. I'm going to have to change your mindset and I'm going to have to change your identity. Yes, I brainwashed him. I had to brainwash him because like a lot of men nowadays, you guys got a lot of crap in your brain. So I had to get it out, right? And once he did what I told him to do, and he followed my exact instructions, everything changed in his life. Attraction started to become natural to him. Women started gravitating to him. He started going on multiple dates. And now he has something that secretly most men want in their lives. Now he's in a beautiful relationship with a woman that finds him attractive. See, he went from the friend zone. And when he took my mentorship, he's now in a lovely relationship. So listen, if you're going through the same thing, if you went through a heartbreak, or if you're going through a heartbreak, if you got cheated on, if you haven't spoken to a girl in 4 years, or even if you're just scared to approach a beautiful woman, I'm telling you right now, click the link in my description, join my mentorship, and there I'm going to teach you exactly how to get rid of this problem in your life. Like my client said in the interview, it's on autopilot. He doesn't even think about how to attract a woman. He just does it. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same. So enjoy the interview. So what up, guys? Today I got a client of mine that I mentored about 6 years ago now. We met in Kiev, Ukraine, in 2020. I was in a restaurant with my older brother and we exchanged numbers and then we just stayed in touch. And then he told me that he was having some problems when it comes to the relationship aspect of his life, when it comes to women and communication, etc. So he was telling me, I think it was something like basically he was trying to get with a girl and she just wasn't feeling the same, or he was coming out of a breakup. I'm not too sure what it was. But bro, can you just remind me what exactly it was that you were dealing with when we started talking and I said, hey, don't worry, I'll mentor you and after I mentor you, trust me, you will not have any more problems with women and things will be a lot
Right,
easier going forward in your life.
right. Yeah, what was a very simple thing. I liked the girl a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Like appearance-wise and everything. I was really willing to have something with her. But after
Mm.
a few dates, I haven't acted upon it. I neither touched her, neither like I haven't had shown any interest because I was so scared. And what it resulted in, it resulted in a complete yeah. It was I was not happy about this, and we
Mm.
stopped talking, before me even expressing to her any sympathy, or that I like her. I think it was a very straight friend zone, type of thing. But
Yeah,
I obviously had some intentions, but I was so scared, unconfident, and it was so complicated for me, and not clear how to get what I want, that
mm.
I literally found myself in a friend zone, before I realized,
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, so many men go through that. They're like, they get stuck in the friend zone and they basically don't know how to get out. The reason like stuck in the friend zone. So yeah, and then I remember I told you, listen, don't worry, I'll help you out. I will sort you out. And I told you the three things that you need to do to be able to fix this issue and to never have it again in your life is first is to like being a man, first of all, because a lot of men, they don't even like being a man. So why would a woman want to be with a man? Like
mm,
if you can't show her how cool it is to be a man, why does she want to be around you? And then second of all, I told you you need to
mm,
learn how to love yourself to the point where you love yourself
mm,
so much that when you do go approach that girl, you're approaching her from the mind frame of, listen, listen, I'm happy with myself, and I know that if you decide to, chill with me, have a good time with me, you're gonna have a great time too, because I'm happy, I'm gonna make you happy type of thing. I can really add some happiness to your life because I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy with myself. And then the third thing I remember I was telling you, you need to
Mm-hmm.
brainwash yourself. I mean, I need to brainwash you because there's probably a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things in your mind that just how dynamics of women or Disney fairy tales and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, just to tell you how it really works and
Mm-hmm.
how men should lead and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so now it's 6 years later, right? So how would you say my mentorship has benefited your life? It's been 6 years since we spoke, and we've spoken here and there throughout the years, but I don't even know in detail that much. But how much since what my once you got into my mentorship, how much has that like benefited your life? Like how has your life been since, like, when it comes to women and even socially with people? But let's just focus on women, and then you can add the social bits as well with people.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a life changing, it's a completely different level, of life, of achievements, of trust in myself, of happiness with myself, and yeah, have never had any issue, with women since then, everything which I have heard, read, or learned, anything which we discussed, I applied, religiously, slowly, with so much joy, like, and curiosity, like, and I just saw the results. I saw the results which are happening, and it's life changing. It's really life changing, and it's I don't know where I would have been right now, really, if we haven't met at that just random day. Like, and if I never tapped into it, if I have never fought my enemy, because one thing which we discussed with poet as well was that, like, it's good to know your opponent, because when you know your opponent, at least you know what you are fighting. So
Mm,
life changing.
mm-hmm. I now, like, when you say life changing, you mean like as in life changing, as in you don't even have to. It doesn't stress you anymore. As in you're not like you. It doesn't stress you about having to get a girlfriend. It's just like, or you're scared to talk to, like, it's not a part of your life that it keeps you occupied. It doesn't keep you up at night. Like, is that what you mean? It's.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's imagine right now it feels natural, but
Mm,
I could not never imagine myself, because right now I'm on a team, of people like who have no problem with it. So it's so not obvious for me that there was a problem, like,
mm,
and I completely changed my vision, on anything, because when you kill the problem, it's so difficult even to see, how it was, or compare it, to what it was. And
exactly.
when we say about keeping me up at night, it's something I'm like, I have so many other things, to take care of, like, fortunately, because this is the least of my worry, something. This is not something I think about, and yeah, it affected a lot of my aspects of my life, from work to friendships to the way how I do my hobbies, like my free time, my
Mm,
partnerships, like relationships, like anything. It's life changing in this sense, because you learn so much, and it resonates with so many parts of you. It's not the ABC, 1, 2, 3 thing. It's a much bigger. It's foundational. As we were talking, like, so. Yeah,
mm. Mm. I remember you were telling me, like, now it's like it's in the background. It's like it's not even it's you're not even thinking about it's not like you said, you're not even thinking about it. It's just you're automatically doing it. And this is what I teach. I teach you to be a
hmm
natural guy about it. I don't say 1, 2, 3, say this and that. I teach you the principles of conversation, the principles of man to women communication. And then you just actually you build your own personality on top of that, and you learn how to communicate that effectively,
hmm
to attract a woman. The thing is, what I remember, um, how I started my mentorship with you. I didn't tell you, listen, just go talk to 100 girls or go talk to 50 girls, and then eventually you'll get good with them. I taught you from the foundations, get your fundamentals right, to the point where when you did go talk to women, they were naturally attracted to you. Because I remember when I used to tell you, okay, now that you know the fundamentals, now you can go and just compliment women. Just tell them like, okay, if they have a nice coat, just see something you like about them, tell them a genuine compliment. And when you did that, I remember you told me one story. You did that. You went up to a girl and you told her, "Oh, I like your shirt." And then you just left, like the nice guy you are. And then she ran after you and say, "Oh, is that it? Like, are you not gonna talk to me?" And then you you started talking to her, and she
Mm,
actually gave you her Instagram.
mm,
So you know what I mean? That just shows that you learned how
mm-hmm.
to push attraction towards you. You know what I mean? You had no attachment whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can you expound on that and just how
Absolutely.
that's helped you in your
Absolutely.
life? Yeah.
This is not, yeah, something which I could not even imagine, because right now when you talk about this, I can imagine that before, like right now, it's something which I take for granted, like, but I should be much
Mm,
more grateful for this, because it's true, like I could not imagine this happening. Absolutely, as you say, it was like 3 weeks or something before any action even took place, like, and it was which was very cool because I had time to prepare, analyze, understand, like brainwork myself, like he rearrange things, and
mm,
when I did this, yeah, it's just as you say, the fear, the panic, the anxiety, or the
mm,
unconfidence type of thing, it was all quite far away already, at this point. So like when
mm,
I did this, I did it for the love of the game, like just to try to do it, like, and just to see what's up, just to fight myself a little bit, pass this stress test, and just go with my day. But eventually, yeah, it was on a pedestrian walk or something, like, and I said it to her. We crossed the road, keep talking about
mm,
something that this is her favorite movie or something. And then like she's like, well, cool, but why then would you say to me and then just like go by your day, I would like to see
yeah.
you, like one more time. If you like me, like let's get in touch, let's do something. So we exchange Instagrams. Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it was probably the first thing actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People don't realize that, why in those weeks where we were just in your house and I told you to do certain activities, read certain books, look at certain videos, say certain affirmation, do certain things. What I was doing is I was creating this attraction magnet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when you do go outside and present yourself and people talk to you, they're like, you know what I mean? They're just attached to you, like, oh, I like this
Mm-hmm.
energy. I like how this guy feels. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is. A lot of times people like think like, why this girl's not sticking? Why am I getting rejected? It's because your energy is off. Something is not,
Mm-hmm.
people don't really want to be around you. And if you don't
Mm-hmm.
fix that, you will always have dating problems, especially with women, because women are very energy sensitive human beings. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, which they have
Mm-hmm.
to be because they're weaker species.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very, no,
Mm-hmm.
very sensitive to energy. So if your energy is right,
See.
they want to be around you. So that's what happened.
Mm.
You gave her a compliment, but and you left, but she liked that feeling. Just your energy, just
Mm.
made her gravitate back to you and wanted more of it, basically.
Mm. Mm.
But I was going to ask you another question now. So, since you know all this type of stuff that I told you, you have this confidence, you don't even think about it. It's just, you're a natural guy, you see a woman, you talk to her, or whatever it is, something happens, doesn't happen. But you've told me recently it's got to the point now. I mean, I know you've had, crazy dating stories before this, but just really, it's got to the point now that you're in actual relationship. You're with someone. You're living with somebody. So it just goes to show that,
Mm.
my mentorship did work because if it didn't work and you were still a weirdo, you wouldn't be in a relationship with a woman. A woman wouldn't live with someone that she doesn't
Mm.
feel comfortable with, she doesn't feel happy with. So yeah,
Mm.
so would you say that's helped you now that that the mentorship has helped that you're actually in a relationship with someone? So yeah.
Absolutely, because to be honest with you, things which we talk about, like what you say about liking being a man, this is something which is so profound, like because you cannot build relationship if you like, like when we were talking about this, like that there cannot be two people who are driving, the boat, something like this,
Mhm.
like when you understand that you need to step into these things, when you need to understand that you are taking the risk, You are making the decisions. You are making the, the pathway. You selecting the route. Like, but you doing it with confidence. Like, and you can lead with yourself and trust yourself, and and lead somebody with you. This is something which is happening every day in relationship. Like, if I was not confident in myself, if I let any fragility, like, or something, like, or whatever, I had issues with. I mean, you cannot really build a relationship if you are not like in power of these things. When we're talking about laying 5 bricks or something, we're talking
Mhm.
about confidence, etc. This goes very profoundly and beyond, to
Mhm.
anything in relationship, to the way how you show love, to the way how you accept things, to the way how you have argument, to the way how you stand your foot, on the things which you have your beliefs, etc. The way how you protect your woman, the way how you like it goes above and beyond, like probably relationship is truly like a whole testament, of everything, basically, like summing up everything, like what you know about this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true what you said at the end. Like a relationship is the test. That's when you really know, are you that guy? Because you're spending every day with that woman.
Hmm.
You're talking. As we said, subconsciously, sometimes she's trying to break you. So you have to make sure that you don't let her break you, right? So
Every day is a war, absolutely, yeah,
yeah,
every
yeah,
day is a war.
yeah. It's a romantic war. Like,
Of
if you
course,
want to say, make it.
war, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, no, I know. We
absolutely,
just let for you to, because that, I know what you're saying. Sometimes when you say it's a war, we said it, we used to call it a war, but I just say to make it sound beautiful, it's a romantic war,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You wake
like
up and every day, as we spoke, you never can put your shield down or anything, like it's
exactly.
this is very big for relationship, because uh probably if I have never met you, hermano, I would have never knew it in my life, because nobody would share with me such a gem, like, but this is
Mhm,
crazy. A fact that it doesn't matter if you're 15 years, or 5 months, or 20 years with somebody, especially if you are with your partner, with the girl, who you love and you care about. There is no single day after, 25 years that you can decide that tomorrow I actually gonna chill. I might not go to the gym. I might like eat some, like, I mean, I will not take care of myself, something, because
mhm,
like every single day is a decision you make, to be better for yourself, for her, like to be better leader, to be better executioner of decisions, to be that better
mhm,
at like choices you making. You
mhm.
cannot attract nobody if you're not attracted to yourself, like in a way that, like,
Exactly,
I have it in the backbone of my head, like that every day
exactly.
is just exactly as the first day, like I have no
Yes.
right, I have no right to to behave any different than from the first date, when I put my whole, pedal and all my best
Hmm.
into, capturing this moment, like I
Hmm.
can afford to go any below this, even after
Yeah,
20 years, there's, because
yeah,
this is how everything is maintained, in place.
yeah.
This is how these things are growing, like it's about never ever taking the shield down, like, and this is actually the advice, which is worth, like it's priceless, this is something which is absolutely foundational,
Yeah, it's as they always say, it's how you start, it's how you finish, isn't it? So you
yeah,
gotta, how you come in the door is how you have to leave. So
yeah,
it's yeah, and
yeah.
exactly, yeah. And just lastly, so would you recommend my mentorship and why?
I would say absolutely. This is. I can say that obviously I will do it, and I would say that why is because I'm very new to mentorship. If I have
No,
never
no,
met
no, no.
you,
I'm
I
saying,
think I will.
no, I'm saying you've been under my mentorship. Sorry, right? I was saying
Yeah,
that would you recommend other people, that are struggling with women, struggling with relationships and things, etc. You know, would you recommend them come to me to help them with that stuff, and then after they will not have that issue anymore in their life? Would you recommend them get mentored by me?
Hermano, without thinking, absolutely yes. What I was saying is that like I
Mm,
haven't experienced this in my life ever. You know, the mentorship type of thing, etc. You know, like so
yeah.
I might not know how it's done well, or you know, like let's say this: I don't have anything to compare, but I definitely know what I would not like. What I would not like is some kind of a you know like. Um, you know, like selling type of a coaching, you know, or something like which, you know, gives me some advices, you know, about things which I don't need, etc. You know, what we had is a complete, you know, sealed package, you know, of like a true mentorship, you know, coaching, like
Mm,
friendship, you know, it was a friendship. It was a
mm,
daily discussions, you know, like it was action, it was reflection, you know, like it was discussions, it was questions and answers, you know, like it was like uh different opinions which we had, you know, like it was a complete sealed package, you know, like of what you need, you know, like there was never a moment that I have a question, but I cannot ask it, you know, like or there is extra 40 minutes I need to have because there's something which cannot really get out of my head, you know. It was truly I don't know, like again, like I just try to say, you know, like I don't know how it's done well, but what how it was with you was probably the best, you know, like I cannot imagine like what can be better than this, you know, because I can imagine how some people might do it, you know, like the way how you did it, it was absolutely, it was incredible, like something
yeah.
which I absolutely remember for my whole life, you know.
Yeah. And the thing is, as well, I have to give recommendation. I mean, compliment you because listen, you took action. You did it. I just, guided you. You took the action. So, you are a
Mm,
great student, and these are the type of people I want to work with. Productive men. Like you're in IT,
mm,
so you have a life. You're doing things. You know what I mean? You're a productive person. It's not like you're just sitting home in your mom's couch and scratching
mm,
your balls and you're like, oh, why can't I get a woman?
mm,
No, you've always,
mm,
since I've met you, you've
mm,
always been a productive person. It was even, I think, even how we became friends. I mean, became friends and we exchanged them. Like I said, we met in Ukraine, but what stood out to me and my brother was that you were a very charismatic person. You know what I mean? How you were presenting the food and telling us
mm,
about the Ukrainian food and things like that. You were making us laugh. So, you're a great guy.
mm,
You're a genuine great guy.
mm.
So any woman will be lucky and privileged to be with you. So even for me, it was an honor mentoring you and like
Thank you,
now
hermano.
seeing the fruits of your labor and how you're living. Now you have a girlfriend, and even like you said, I know you've had crazy dating stories, romantic dating stories that you've told me in the
Mm,
past. We don't need to,
mm,
we don't need to share them right now. We'll respect your relationship. Well, yeah, so
mm.
it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure teaching you what I know, and I'm just happy now that this part of your life is dealt with. So yeah, do you have anything to add?
No, mate, like absolutely very, very happy to have this dialogue and like very happy to hear you. And again, like it's a very big thing for me, you know, like this is something which I absolutely always, you know, remember. And yeah, like I owe you, you know, like this is life-changing experience, you know.
Listen, when I come to Madrid, just make me some Borscht soup, and then I'll be happy.
All right. All
But
right,
yeah,
hermano.
brother, it was great. It was great catching up, and thank you for this. And this definitely will help a lot of guys in the future, and the guys that are listen to this right now. I'm sure we've given them a lot of value. So
Of course.
that's the most important thing.
Of
Okay.
course.
All right, then we'll stay in touch
Of
and we'll
course.
talk soon. Yeah.
Sí, hermano.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you,
bro.
brother.
All right. No worries.